Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate. They wanted me to come work for free. They wanted me to go over to Cannes and promote this film internationally. And I said to them, I said, guys, my deal is with Lee Daniels, and I've done my job. And they all agreed. And this is what happens, in my humble opinion, when you don't go up to the hotel room.
Your job is to go and promote said movie.
Yes.
No, but so when they wanted you to come, and we've had this conversation, and I said if you had called me, I could have schooled you on what was expected.
And when we did have that conversation, and what I said to you, my sweet sister, I said, Whoopi, at what point do we stop saying the next time? Because what was expected.
But I want
to answer it though.
Yeah,
I want to answer when you say contractual.
You want to get paid for the publicity?
Please let me answer. Yes, ma'am. If I had done something wrong contractually, they would have sued me. The reason why no one could do anything to me contractually, because they found out I did nothing wrong contractually. So when they asked me to come overseas to promote the film, when I said, guys, I'm spending time with my family, I'm going to pass. Now, when I make this statement, this is what happens when you don't go to the room. What Tyler Perry showed me, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate, when you don't do what we ask you to do, we'll take your livelihood. So for 8 years, my family has suffered and my career has suffered because what I would not allow those entities to do was bully me. And because I didn't allow the bullying to happen, this is now what I sit in.
Okay, we have to go.
Yeah.
Drama between Oprah and Monique started in 2009 in the run-up to the 82nd Academy Awards. Monique received a nomination for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Precious, directed by Lee Daniels and co-produced by Oprah and Tyler Perry. Precious was a critical success, and it was obvious that Monique would win the Oscar. Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels wanted to capitalize on the media attention Monique was getting, and they told her she needs to go on a press tour. However, they didn't want to compensate her for it. At the time, Monique was hosting a talk show on BET, and she told Oprah that after working so hard on Precious, she wanted to spend some quality time with her husband and kids. After hearing this, Lee Daniels reportedly warned Monique what can happen if she says no to Oprah, telling her it's not going to play out well for you. And before you knew it, the media started running stories about how Monique is a difficult person and hard to work with. Despite winning an Oscar, nobody wanted to hire her anymore, and Monique realized she was being blackballed by Oprah. Monique told The Hollywood Reporter that Lee Daniels admitted she was blackballed, and when she asked him, "Why have I been blackballed?" Daniels responded, "Because you didn't play the game." But then Oprah did something even more diabolical. In her 2008 interview with Essence, Monique revealed that her older brother, Gerald, essayed her multiple times between the ages of 7 to 11.
It's a story that I've told, and the first time I told it was in Essence magazine when I did the cover, I think maybe a year ago. And I was as a kid by my oldest brother, Gerald. So when Lee Daniels called me and first told me about this movie, and he sent me the book, and I'm like, oh my God, Lee, what is this? And he said, when I say action to you, I need you to play a monster. So I remembered those moments with my brother Gerald, and he was a monster to me.
While she was preparing for her role in Precious, Monique shared her trauma with Oprah and revealed that her parents downplayed her essay. So when Oprah and Monique fell out after the release of Precious, Oprah decided to exploit and monetize Monique's story by inviting Gerald to her show.
I did assault and inappropriately touch my sister in manners that were not comfortable for her. And for that, I apologize, and I'm humbly sorry.
Oprah first called Monique to try and convince her to appear on the show with Gerald. However, Monique refused and said that she doesn't care what her brother does, but she won't have any part in it.
Because she said, do you want to come on? I said, I don't want nothing to do with that cat. I said, nigga, I know it's up to a scam, but people can change. And who am I to say he hasn't changed? It might really be different. So I don't want to get in the way of that. I just don't want nothing to do with it. She said, if you don't want me to have your brother on the show, I will cancel the show.
However, when Oprah released the commercial for the episode, Monique was shocked to discover that Oprah invited her parents along with Gerald to talk about her essay. Monique later explained that the reason she felt so used and betrayed was because she previously told Oprah that her dad was an alcoholic and that she wasn't on speaking terms with her mom.
Now I begin to see commercials with my brother, my mother, my father. and my other brother. Now, the reason why that means so much is because in the conversation we had about my brother, we then went deeper. And we began to talk about our relationships with our mothers and our fathers. And I shared my relationship with her about my mother, that me and my mother was not talking. I shared with her we were in a really bad place. I shared with her I was hurt and, trying to figure this thing out. She never said my mother was coming on that show, because had Oprah Winfrey said, I'm going to have your mother, I would have said, shut it down. I don't need the world seeing how greedy my mother is. Shut that down. That's one of the reasons why we don't communicate, because of my mother and father's greed.
After the episode aired, Monique tried to reach out to Oprah and let her know she was hurt. However, Oprah refused to talk to her. Monique eventually ran into Oprah at a Hollywood event, and though Oprah told Monique she was sorry if she hurt her feelings, Monique felt the apology wasn't genuine. And though it's been over a decade since all this went down, Monique recently told The Hollywood Reporter that she still wants a public apology from Oprah.